Admiral Thea Blackwood stood at the observation deck of Lunar Base Alpha, her silver-streaked hair reflecting the soft blue glow of Earth's quantum shield grid. The holographic display before her showed what the rest of humanity had feared for centuries: the arrival of the Centauri Empire's conquest fleet. 300 warships, each capable of reducing a planet's surface to molten slag, hung in the void beyond Neptune's orbit. Status report. She commanded, her voice carrying the weight of 2 decades leading Earth's quantum defense initiative. Commander Reg Petel's fingers danced across the quantum interface, his dark eyes reflecting streams of data. Imperial fleet maintaining position at 30 astronomical units. Their scan patterns suggest they're following standard conquest protocols. They haven't detected our quantum shield yet. Thea allowed herself a small smile. Of course they hadn't. Earth's quantum technology operated on principles the Empire couldn't even comprehend, let alone detect. While they had focused on brute force faster than light travel and energy weapons, humanity had taken a different path, learning to manipulate the fundamental fabric of reality itself. Their broadcasting, Admiral, announced Lieutenant Yuki Tanaka from the communications array. Standard Imperial First Contact package. Translation matrix is processing. It's the usual surrender or die rhetoric wrapped in diplomatic pleasantries. The massive hologram at the center of the command center sparked to life, revealing the imposing figure of Imperial High Commander Zixtal. His crystalline exoskeleton gleamed with embedded rank markers, and his 4 eyes blazed with the characteristic purple fire of the Centauri elite. People of Earth, the translation matrix rendered his complex harmonic speech into English. I bring greetings from the eternal Centauri Empire. Your world has been chosen for integration into our grand civilization. Submit to imperial authority, and you shall be elevated. Resist, and you shall be. The transmission suddenly cut off. My apologies, Thea said to the empty air where the hologram had been. We don't accept unsolicited calls. She turned to her tactical officer. Status of the quantum web. Major Diana Frost pulled up a 3-dimensional display of the solar system, overlaid with glowing lines of force that represented Earth's true defensive capabilities. The web is at full power, Admiral. Quantum nodes throughout the asteroid belt are primed. Jupiter Station reports all reality anchors are operational. We can initiate Protocol Omega at your command. In the 30 years since humanity had discovered quantum manipulation technology, they had transformed the solar system into an invisible fortress. Every planet, moon, and significant asteroid housed components of the most sophisticated defensive network ever created. Not through brute force, but through subtle manipulation of the universe's fundamental laws. The Imperial fleet was advancing now, their massive engines flaring as they began their standard intimidation approach. Thea watched as their formation shifted, spreading out to surround the solar system in a display of overwhelming force that had cowed thousands of civilizations before. They're launching probe ships, Reg reported. Standard pattern. They'll try to demonstrate their technological superiority before demanding our surrender again. Time to adjust their expectations, Thea said quietly. Initiate protocol revelation. Let's show them what humanity has been keeping secret all these years. Throughout the solar system, quantum nodes activated. Reality itself seemed to shiver as human technology began to operate at its full capacity. The approaching probe ships suddenly found their sensors overwhelmed by readings that defied imperial physics. Their sophisticated AI systems struggled to process data that suggested impossible things about the nature of space and time around Earth. On the Imperial flagship, High Commander Zixtal received increasingly panicked reports from his science division. The primitive world they had come to conquer was displaying technology that shouldn't exist. Energy signatures that violated known physics. Spatial distortions that their most advanced sensors couldn't categorize. Impossible, he chittered to his command staff. These readings suggest manipulation of quantum fields at a level we've never. His words cut off as every display in his command center suddenly activated, showing the same message in perfect imperial script. Your presence is neither required nor welcome. You have one standard rotation to withdraw from this system. There will be no further communication. Zixtal's mandibles clacked in anger. In 3 centuries of imperial service, no primitive species had ever dared to dismiss the Empire so casually. He opened his mouth to order an immediate attack, but froze as new data flooded his neural interface. The humans weren't just blocking their scans. They were actively reading the Empire's most heavily encrypted channels, systems that had never been breached in 10,000 years of Imperial history. Back in Lunar Base Alpha, Daya watched the Imperial fleet's reaction through quantum feeds that bypassed normal space-time limitations. "They're charging weapons," Diana reported. "All ships moving to attack positions." "As expected," Thea noted. "They always choose pride over wisdom. Initiate Defense Protocol 3. Let's show them what happens when they threaten Earth." The first Imperial ship to fire never completed its attack sequence. One moment it existed, the next it simply ceased to be. Its very atoms scattered across space by a precisely calibrated quantum event. The second and third ships vanished just as quickly, their shields and advanced armor meaning nothing against weapons that simply rewrote the laws of physics in their vicinity. The Imperial fleet froze in space, their commanders suddenly facing something they had never encountered in all their centuries of conquest, an enemy that was not merely stronger, but operating on a completely different level of technological advancement. Broadcasting final warning, Yuki announced. The message was brief and clear. "That was a demonstration. You have one standard rotation to leave this system. We will not demonstrate twice." Thea watched as confusion and fear spread through the Imperial fleet. Their sensors were detecting more quantum signatures now, as Earth gradually allowed them to see more of its true capabilities. Hidden installations throughout the solar system became visible, each housing weapons that the Empire's most advanced technology couldn't even begin to categorize. "They're retreating," Rej reported with satisfaction. "All ships engaging FTL drives. Exit vector suggests they're heading directly back to Imperial space." Thea nodded, watching the mighty conquest fleet flee from the civilization they had come to subjugate. "Send word to the Council. It's time for Phase 2. The Empire needs to understand that humanity isn't just capable of defending Earth. We've been watching them for centuries, preparing for this moment." As the last Imperial ship vanished into FTL, Thea turned to her command staff. "Well done, everyone. But this is just the beginning. The Empire won't accept this humiliation quietly. They'll be back, and next time they'll bring everything they have." Diana smiled grimly. "Let them come. We've been hiding in plain sight for 3 centuries, building our strength while they conquered lesser worlds. It's time they learned that some borders aren't meant to be crossed." The quantum feeds showed the Imperial fleet's panic-stricken retreat, and Thea allowed herself a moment of satisfaction. Humanity had revealed its first card today, but they held many more. The Empire was about to learn that they weren't dealing with just another primitive civilization. They were facing a species that had chosen to wait, watch, and prepare, developing technologies that would change the balance of power in the galaxy forever. The game had begun, and Earth was playing for keeps. Within the crystalline spires of the Imperial capital world Centauri Prime, High Strategist Venix paced before the assembled War Council, is iridescent scales shifting colors with agitation. The quantum-encrypted recordings of Earth's defense system played again on the chamber's massive displays, each viewing only deepening the Empire's concern. "Impossible," growled General Krasath, his battle-scared exoskeleton creaking as he leaned forward. No civilization develops quantum manipulation technology before achieving basic interstellar travel. It defies all known development patterns. And yet, Venix gestured to the footage of their destroyed ships. "We have lost 3 capital ships to weapons that our sensors cannot even classify. The humans aren't following our rules of technological progression because they never knew them. They developed in isolation, taking a path we never imagined possible." In the shadows of the council chamber, Imperial Intelligence Director Nixara watched silently, her crystalline neural interfaces processing data at impossible speeds. Her agents had already uncovered disturbing patterns, centuries of unexplained anomalies across Imperial space that suddenly made terrible sense. "We have a more immediate concern," she finally spoke, her voice cutting through the Council's debate. "Our deep space sensors have detected quantum signatures identical to Earth's technology at every major Imperial installation. They haven't just been defending their world, they've been studying us. For centuries." Back on Earth, deep beneath the Himalayas, Colonel Isabella Santos monitored the quantum feeds showing the Imperial capital's reaction. The vast chamber of Deep Mountain Command hummed with the subtle vibration of reality-warping computers, each processing quantum data streams from across the galaxy. "They've found our observation posts," she reported to the holographic image of Admiral Blackwood. "Sooner than expected." Thayer's hologram nodded grimly. "Implement Protocol Phantom. Shut down all non-essential quantum operations in Imperial space. Let's see how they handle the silence." Across the galaxy, hundreds of hidden human observation posts simultaneously shifted phase, disappearing not just from Imperial sensors, but from conventional reality itself. The Empire's frantic attempts to track and understand Earth's technology suddenly met with absolute emptiness. In orbit around Jupiter, Dr. Kigoshi Nakamura received the alert from Deep Mountain Command. The massive quantum research facility hidden within Jupiter's Great Red Spot spun up its reality anchors, preparing for the Empire's inevitable response. "They're deploying their stealth fleet," his AI assistant reported, its quantum-enhanced consciousness spreading across the solar system's sensor network, detecting phantom drive signatures consistent with their newest prototype ships. The Empire's response had indeed been swift. 20 ships, incorporating their most advanced stealth technology, slipped through normal space toward Earth. Their mission: penetrate the human defense grid and gather intelligence on this impossibly advanced civilization. What they didn't know was that humanity had helped design those very stealth systems, subtly guiding Imperial research through centuries of carefully planned accidents and discoveries. "Stealth fleet approaching Saturn's orbit," reported Lieutenant Kira Puttel from her station in Lunar Base Alpha. "Their phantom drives are performing exactly as we engineered them to." Thea smiled. The Empire's greatest technological achievement of the past century had been carefully orchestrated by human quantum observers, designed specifically for this moment. Initialize the quantum trap. Let's show them what their technology actually does when we stop suppressing its full potential. The advancing Imperial ships suddenly found their phantom drives resonating with Earth's quantum defense grid. The carefully hidden weaknesses in their design activated, transforming their supposed stealth systems into quantum beacons that broadcast their position across 11 dimensions of reality. On the Imperial flagship, Admiral Zixtal watched in horror as his fleet's most sophisticated technology betrayed them. Impossible. The Phantom drive design was developed in our most secure facilities. About those facilities, Daya's voice came through on their command frequency, accompanied by holographic records showing human quantum observers walking freely through Imperial security as if it didn't exist. We've been attending your research meetings for 300 years. Your security is impressive against conventional technology. In Deep Mountain Command, Isabella watched the Imperial fleet's desperate attempts to shut down their compromised drives. They're realizing it now, she commented to her staff. Everything they thought they knew about their technological superiority was carefully managed. Every breakthrough, every innovation, we were guiding them down paths we chose. The Imperial stealth fleet hung helpless in space, their own technology now serving as a perfect targeting system for Earth's quantum defense grid. But humanity had no intention of destroying them. These ships would be allowed to return, carrying with them the terrible understanding of just how thoroughly they had been outmaneuvered. "Send the message," Thea commanded. The transmission reached every ship in the Imperial fleet simultaneously. Your technological development has been guided for centuries. Every advancement you've made in the past 300 years was carefully engineered. You don't understand quantum mechanics. You understand what we wanted you to understand. Consider this before you attempt another incursion. As the Imperial fleet retreated once again, Dr. Nakamura's quantum sensors detected a surge of FTL communications throughout Imperial space. "They're calling an emergency session of their High Council," he reported. "Every major Imperial world is lighting up with quantum traffic." "Good," Thea responded. "They're finally asking the right questions. Maintain quantum surveillance, but keep our presence hidden. Let them wrestle with the implications." In her private chambers on Centauri Prime, Intelligence Director Nick Starler reviewed the countless reports of mysterious phenomena throughout Imperial history that suddenly made sense. Unexplained technological failures, inexplicable discoveries, and most disturbing of all, the subtle guidance that had shaped Imperial research for centuries. The humans hadn't just developed different technology. They had been orchestrating the Empire's technological development all along, ensuring they would never discover the true nature of quantum manipulation until humanity chose to reveal it. The game board had been flipped, and the Empire was only now realizing they had never been the players. They had been the pieces. The ancient archives beneath Centauri Prime buzzed with frantic activity as Imperial scholars and scientists pored over centuries of historical data. Intelligence Director Nick Sarah watched from her elevated platform as holographic displays flickered with recovered footage, sensor logs, and incident reports that stretched back through Imperial history. "Show me the Rigel incident again," she commanded. The central display shifted to show footage from 3 centuries ago. A routine security sweep of a classified research facility that had changed everything, though they hadn't known it at the time. The grainy footage showed a human woman in simple clothing, apparently reading research notes directly from a quantum-sealed terminal. When confronted by security forces, she had smiled, waved, and simply stepped sideways out of reality. At the time, it had been classified as a sensor malfunction. Now, it revealed something far more terrifying. We found another one, called out Senior Researcher Telvik, his crystalline appendages trembling with excitement or fear. The Proxima Centauri research station, 200 years ago. A human male appeared in their quantum physics lab, corrected an equation on their main display, and vanished. We thought it was a pressure-induced hallucination. Meanwhile, in Earth's quantum observatory platform, hidden within the core of Mercury, Director Rashid Al-Khalou reviewed the real records of humanity's centuries-long surveillance operation. The temperature outside the facility exceeded 800 degrees Celsius, but within the quantum-shifted space of the observatory, it was a comfortable 22 degrees. Play Observer Log 47 Alpha, he instructed the quantum eye. The holographic display showed the truth behind the Rigel incident. Dr. Hannah Mitchell, one of Earth's first quantum observers, deliberately allowing herself to be seen, planting the seeds of doubt that would now bloom into full-blown panic. They're accessing the old records now, reported quantum analyst Wai Lin, her fingers dancing through holographic data streams. Every unexplained incident we staged over the centuries is being re-examined. The pattern is becoming clear to them. In Lunar Base Alpha, Admiral Thea Blackwood received the reports from Mercury with grim satisfaction. How many incidents have they uncovered? 347 confirmed sightings, Wai responded. All carefully orchestrated to be dismissed as impossible at the time, but forming an unmistakable pattern when viewed together. The quantum feeds showed the Imperial leadership in chaos as they realized the true extent of human infiltration. Every major breakthrough in their history, every significant technological advancement, had been subtly guided by human observers who had walked undetected through their most secure facilities. On Centauri Prime, High Commander Zixtel faced the assembled War Council, his exoskeleton dark with stressed patterns. The humans didn't just develop different technology, he announced, his voice heavy. They've been manipulating our scientific development for generations. The Phantom Drive, our quantum sensors, even our FTL communications. All of it was developed along paths they chose for us. Intelligence Director Nix Ara stepped forward, bringing up a galactic display showing verified human quantum signatures across Imperial space. We've detected their observation posts in every major research facility, military installation, and government center. Not recent infiltrations. They've been there for centuries. In the quantum-shifted space of Jupiter Station, Dr. Hiroshi Nakamura received a priority alert from the deep space sensors. Multiple quantum signatures detected, he reported to Admiral Blackwood. The Empire is activating their experimental quantum detection grid. Thea allowed herself a small smile. Right on schedule. Let them see what happens when they try to use our own technology against us. Across Imperial space, their newest detection systems powered up, designed to locate and track human quantum signatures. For a moment, they seemed to work, showing thousands of observation posts throughout their territory. Then, as planned, the detectors began to reveal their true purpose. By the ancestors, breathed an Imperial technician as the data flooded in. The quantum detection grid wasn't finding human observation posts. It was revealing the fundamental quantum nature of reality itself, showing the Empire exactly how far behind they truly were. They're seeing it now, Dr. Nakamura reported, watching the cascade of revelations through quantum feeds. Every quantum detector they activate is showing them the same thing. The basic physics they understood is just a tiny fraction of reality's true nature. In Deep Mountain Command, Colonel Isabella Santos monitored the Empire's desperate attempts to shut down their quantum detection grid. But it was too late. The knowledge couldn't be unseen. Their most brilliant scientists were already reaching the inevitable conclusion. Humans hadn't just mastered different technology, they had understood the universe in ways the Empire had never imagined possible. Send the message, Thea commanded. Throughout Imperial space, their quantum communication systems activated one final time, carrying words that would shake the Empire to its foundations. Now you begin to understand. Every quantum detector you activate will show you more of what you've been missing. Every attempt to track us will reveal how little you truly knew. You have a choice. Continue this path and face the full implications of your technological ignorance, or withdraw from Earth's space and begin to learn. In her private chambers, Intelligence Director Nix-Ara watched as the quantum detection grid revealed more and more of reality's true nature. The humans hadn't needed to defeat the Empire in battle. They had simply waited until the Empire was ready to discover how completely they had been outmaneuvered. The shadows of the past were revealing themselves, and in their light, the Empire's assumed superiority was crumbling to dust. The Imperial High Council chamber on Centauri Prime had never seen such chaos. Emergency quantum feeds showed the collapse of centuries of scientific certainty, as every activated detection system revealed more of what humanity had known all along. High Commander Zixtel stood before the assembled leaders, his crystalline form dulled with stress. "The humans have left us one option," he announced, his harmonic voice resonating through the ancient chamber. "Total warfare. Commit every ship, every weapon, every resource we possess. We cannot allow their technological superiority to stand." In the shadows, Intelligence Director Nix-Ara's neural interfaces processed the probability matrices. "You don't understand," she cut through the Council's roar of approval. "They wanted us to choose this path. Even now, they're manipulating us." But pride and fear had overwhelmed reason. The Empire would not accept its own technological inferiority. Across Imperial space, the largest fleet ever assembled began to move. 10,000 capital ships, carrying weapons that could reduce planets to ash, converged on Earth's solar system. Deep within Mercury's quantum observatory, Director Rashid Al-Khalil watched the Imperial Armadas approach through sensors that transcended conventional spacetime. "They've committed their entire fleet," he reported to the Earth Defense Council, exactly as predicted. Admiral Thea Blackwood's hologram nodded grimly. "Humanity has hidden long enough. Initiate final revelation protocol. Show them what we've been building for the past 3 centuries." Throughout the solar system, quantum fields began to shift. Jupiter's great red spot shimmed as vast technological complexes phased into normal space. Saturn's rings revealed themselves as an interconnected network of reality-warping engines. Even the Sun's corona housed technologies that defied imperial understanding. Multiple quantum signatures detected, reported Wei Lin from her station in Mercury. The Empire is attempting to deploy their theoretical space-time weapons. Dr. Hiroshi Nakamura smiled from Jupiter Station. "Weapons we helped them design. Activate the quantum resonance field." As the Imperial fleet approached Earth's solar system, their most devastating weapons, secretly guided by centuries of human quantum observation, activated exactly as humanity had planned. Instead of tearing space-time apart, they created a cascading resonance that synchronized with Earth's defense grid. On the Imperial flagship, High Commander Zixtel watched in horror as his fleet's weapon systems transformed, quantum fields merging with human technology in ways their scientists had never imagined possible. "Shut everything down," he ordered, but it was too late. The quantum resonance spread through the Imperial fleet like a wave of revelation. Every ship's systems, built on technology subtly guided by human observers over centuries, began to operate as they were truly designed to function, not as weapons of war, but as components of the largest quantum computation system ever created. Quantum merge complete, Colonel Isabella Santos reported from Deep Mountain Command. "The Imperial fleet is now part of our defense grid. Their ship's systems are fully integrated with our quantum network." Admiral Blackwood's voice carried across every Imperial communication channel. "Your weapons are not weapons at all. They are the final components of a system we've been building since we first detected your civilization. Every technological advancement you thought would help you defeat us has only served to complete our work." Throughout the Imperial fleet, crews watched in awe as their ship's systems revealed their true nature. Weapon arrays transformed into quantum sensors, revealing layers of reality their science had never imagined. Defensive shields became windows into dimensions they had never known existed. "The choice is yours," Thea continued. "You can order your crews to self-destruct, destroying technologies you never truly understood. Or you can accept that humanity's path was different from yours and learn from what we've built together, without knowing it, over these centuries." In the Imperial flagship's command center, Intelligence Director Nix Ara stepped forward. "We thought we were following our own path of technological development," she addressed the assembled fleet commanders. "But every step was designed to lead us here, not to war, but to understanding." The quantum feeds showed confusion and fear throughout the Imperial fleet, but also something else: curiosity. Scientists and engineers across 10,000 ships were seeing, for the first time, the true nature of the universe they had thought they understood. From her station in Lunar Base Alpha, Thea watched as the Imperial crews began to explore their transformed ship's capabilities. "They're beginning to understand," she told her staff. "The weapons they brought to destroy us are actually tools for comprehending the quantum nature of reality itself." The Empire's greatest fleet hung motionless in space, no longer a force of conquest, but an inadvertent network of quantum observation posts. Their crews, trained for war, found themselves becoming students of a science they had never truly grasped. "Send the final message," Thea commanded. Throughout the fleet, displays activated one last time. "Your empire was built on the assumption that technological progress follows a single path. We showed you a different way. The choice to learn from it is yours." In the vast quantum computational network that the Imperial fleet had unwittingly become, new possibilities began to emerge. The very weapons they had brought to destroy humanity were showing them wonders they had never imagined possible. The final ultimatum wasn't about surrender or destruction. It was an invitation to understand. 3 months after the Imperial fleet's transformation, the quantum observation platform orbiting Earth's moon had become a symbol of unprecedented change. Where once Imperial warships had threatened destruction, now scientists from both civilizations worked together, exploring realities that the Empire had never imagined possible. Intelligence Director Nix Ara, her crystalline form now modified with human quantum interfaces, stood beside Admiral Thea Blackwood, watching holographic displays of discovery spreading across the galaxy. "We thought we were masters of technology," she mused, her neural matrices processing quantum data streams. "In reality, we were seeing only the surface of a far deeper ocean." "That's why we waited," Thea responded, gesturing to a display showing the merge of Imperial and human quantum technologies. "Direct confrontation would have led to destruction. We needed your civilization to reach a point where it could understand what we were offering." Throughout the solar system, Imperial ships that had arrived as weapons of war had become centers of learning. The Great Red Spot Research Station, once hidden within Jupiter's eternal storm, now hosted thousands of Imperial scientists, each discovering how thoroughly their understanding of physics needed to be revised. Dr. Hiroshi Nakamura led a team of human and Imperial quantum physicists, their combined insights pushing the boundaries of what both civilizations had thought possible. The quantum resonance between our technologies wasn't an accident, he explained to a group of fascinated Imperial researchers. Your ships were designed, through centuries of subtle guidance, to complete a circuit we began building 300 years ago. In Deep Mountain Command, Colonel Isabella Santos monitored the spreading wave of technological revelation across Imperial space. Former military installations transformed into research centers as the quantum detection grid revealed more and more of reality's true nature. The transformation is accelerating, she reported to the Earth Defense Council. Imperial worlds are requesting quantum observers to help them understand the technologies they thought they had mastered. The military command structure is naturally evolving into a scientific cooperative. On Centaur Prime, the ancient War Council chamber had been repurposed. Where once battle plans had been drawn, now multidimensional quantum equations filled the air. High Commander Zixtal, his role transformed as thoroughly as his understanding, addressed the assembled leaders of both civilizations. We stand at a turning point. His harmonic voice resonated through quantum-enhanced acoustics. For millennia, the Empire expanded through force, believing technological superiority meant weapons and conquest. Humanity showed us that true advancement lies in understanding, not destruction. Director Rashid Al-Khalil's quantum projection nodded from his station within Mercury. Your civilization's greatest strength wasn't your weapons, he added. It was your capacity to adapt, to learn, to transform when presented with a greater truth. That's why we chose to guide rather than confront. Across the galaxy, the effects of humanity's revelation rippled outward. The Empire's client worlds, expecting exploitation, found themselves included in an unprecedented wave of technological enlightenment. Quantum observation posts, no longer hidden, became centers for sharing knowledge that transformed understanding of the universe itself. We're detecting quantum signatures from beyond Imperial space, Wei Lin reported from her station in Mercury. Other civilizations are noticing the change. They're reaching out through quantum channels we didn't even know they possessed. Thea and Nixara exchanged glances. Perhaps, the Imperial Intelligence Director suggested, we weren't the only ones hiding our true capabilities, waiting for the right moment. That's why the next phase is crucial, Thea responded. Through quantum feeds, she addressed the combined human and Imperial quantum research teams throughout the solar system. What we've achieved here isn't just the transformation of two civilizations. It's the first step toward understanding how many different paths of development might exist across the galaxy. The quantum computational network, born from transformed Imperial weapons, expanded its awareness. Throughout known space, other quantum signatures began to emerge, suggesting that humanity's path hadn't been unique, merely the first to reveal itself. In Jupiter Station, Dr. Nakamura's team detected the first signals from beyond the galaxy's edge. It's not just about quantum physics anymore, he reported to the combined councils. We're seeing evidence of civilizations that took entirely different paths, developing technologies we haven't even imagined. The empire that had arrived at Earth seeking conquest had transformed into something entirely new, a civilization awakening to the true complexity of the universe. Their weapons had become tools of understanding. Their military might repurpose for exploration rather than domination. Send the invitation, Thea commanded. Throughout the galaxy, quantum channels activated, carrying a message to all civilizations, known and hidden. The age of conquest is ended. We invite all who have walked different paths of knowledge to join us in understanding the true nature of reality. As the message spread, new quantum signatures began to appear. Civilizations that had hidden their true nature, much as humanity had, started to emerge. Each had taken a different path, developed different technologies, understood different aspects of the universe's fundamental nature. The final transformation wasn't just of the Empire, but of galactic civilization itself. Humanity's long game, centuries in the planning, had achieved something far greater than victory in war. It had catalyzed an awakening that would forever change the way intelligent life understood its place in the cosmos. In Earth orbit, Thea and Nixara watched as new quantum signatures appeared across the galactic map. The game they had thought they were playing had been merely the opening move in a far larger transformation. The new dawn wasn't just for humanity and the Empire. It was for all civilizations ready to emerge from the shadows and share their unique paths to understanding. The universe they were discovering was far stranger and more wonderful than either civilization had imagined, and they would explore it together.